Boston Celtics at 26-10. Always shot out of a cannon as we take
17 games, and then is only playing his 14th game tonight. It's been tough for them to develop the chemistry we saw from them last year.
Only twice has Boston had their top 8 in the rotation together.
Zingas, that you can run a pin down for him to come off on the move and shoot that mid-range jumper.
Jamal Murray expected to have a big game. You know his shot attempts are going to go. I like what Lauren said. She talked to Michael Malone before the game, as did we, and he made no bones about it. I mean, there is no single player that is more important to his team than Nikola Jokic is to the Denver Nuggets. The on-off numbers show that. Don't normally get it. They're going to want to play fast against Boston, and you throw it out there and see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. And not only do some guys get playing time, but you already mentioned it with Murray. Some of the key guys, Murray, Michael Porter Jr., Russell Westbrook, get even more opportunities than usual.
Brown ends up on Porzingis. The double team comes, a fourth shot. Good defense by Denver. These are two teams that are in the top 5 in scoring and offensive efficiency, and yet they go about it in much different ways as Westbrook misses the layup. Boston will fire up a historic number of threes. As a matter of fact, they're on a pace to lead the NBA and maybe at all times in this game, taking a page out of the Celtics book. Porzingis answers
early. That's the only 2 three-point shooters really that Denver puts on the floor. Charlotte's trying to prove me wrong, but does not. And so they don't have a lot of shooting. The interesting thing with Denver, they're 4th in the league in three-point percentage, but they shoot the fewest threes in the league because they just don't have a lot of shooters.
Fewest threes in the league for Denver, most threes in the league for Boston. And Denver kind of the anomaly in the way they play. This league is a copycat league in a lot of ways, and a lot of teams use the 3-ball effectively. Denver, if you are against your team to follow.
Well, absolutely, because you said it. Last in the league in three-point attempts, 1st in the league in fast break points, 1st in the league in points in the paint. They are different than everyone else in this league.
Brown just drops his shoulder. Nice pass. Whistles one to Horford, who
against Oklahoma City, but now only 17 for 62 in the last 11+ games.
Michael Porter Jr. once again. He is 42% from three-point range. He's up over 52% overall. Been a banner year.
8, and in those 8,
the same high school, Bishop Hendricken in Rhode Island, and perhaps an NBA Finals preview here tonight with 2 teams that have very high expectations. Boston coming in at 26-10, although they've leveled off through the month of December and here early in January. Westbrook fires a 3, and now
I don't think it'll keep up the whole game, but there was when Boston's opponents have outscored them from the 3-point line.
Boston coming off a loss range.
Well, that's been the problem, right, with Boston. It's a bit of a struggle for them lately. They've only won 7 of their last 13 after starting 9-4. And in 5 of those 6 losses, they've shot 30% or less from 3-point line.
They feel like they have a lot more that coming under. Scores the basket.
And the assist from Brown, who's averaging a career-high assist, just under 5 a game.
Westbrook finds charge, high pass, couldn't handle it. Now Tatum off to the races. Tatum taking on Porter and a 2.
So they missed it twice, and the Celtics turned it into a dunk at the other end.
Now Michael Malone was letting Shea Flores have it as we were going to break. And here's Westbrook for 3, and another one is good. So Russell Westbrook as a starter, the numbers are up, efficiency is up. Anytime you're playing with Jokic, mostly that's going to happen, but Russ has really responded with these Denver Nuggets in the starting lineup. As Al Horford with a...
You talked about Westbrook. Westbrook shooting 65% in the last 5 games.
Porter, that is a long, such a beautiful stroke as well. And as tall as he is at 6'10", tough to contest those jumpers.
Yeah, 6'10" and a high release. And as you said,
Coach, he is the Eastern Conference Player of the Week. Jokic, the Western Conference Player of the Week. If you're just joining us, Jokic is out tonight with an illness. misses. Man, Denver Nuggets are hanging in there early against the reigning champs. Porzingis misses a three. Porter Jr. with the rebound. Drew Holiday picks up Murray. Here's Brown now. Brown running into the Horford wall. Porter gets to the three-point line. They leave him there. And Porter Jr. with the miss. He doesn't miss many.
Certainly doesn't miss many that are that open. Boston dodging a bullet there.
Westbrook to Porter, up ahead, Brown. Brown taking on Brown. Oh, denied by Tatum. Horford running the break. Tatum up top, Porzingis. Up run. And they lead it by 4. Saric picked up by Holiday. Saric would think he has to be rusty, surrounded. Julian Strawther, Peyton Watson, and Zignaji come in for Denver. Murray follows the zone, can't get it to go, and Horford picks it off the glass. Tatum. Picked up by Watson. Watson did such a good job at times against Wembanyama. That terrific weekend of basketball we saw between Denver and San Antonio this past weekend, Coach.
Yeah, if you didn't like those two games between Denver and San Antonio, it's pretty simple. You're not a basketball fan. Those
teams.
were two great games and led by two great players.
A lot of fun to watch. Jokic, big numbers. Cornette swipes. Just to remind you that the NBA on TNT is brought to you by the Key. Jamal Murray, who are going to be the others to step up outside of Jokic, and he's certainly one that has in the past.
Going averaging 21.5 over his last 6 games.
Overall, giving Denver 19 a game and 6 assists. Tatum gets by Najee. Tatum going strong. Strong basket by Jason Tatum. Peyton Pritchard picks up Murray. Double team comes. Najee tries. Najee and Cornette with the block. Stood in there tough against Zeke Najee with a head of steam. Pritchard on a no-look from Hauser. Cash.
A leading candidate by far for 6th man of the year and leads the NBA with 15 games of 5 or more threes made.
Last guy on the floor in the pregame warm-ups today, putting up a ton of shots. Murray, tough three. Pritchard the rebound. Pritchard went scoreless against Oklahoma City on Sunday. We know he was glad to see that one go down. Tatum spins off Murray. /vote to cast your ballot.
Porzingis got him started, scoring 9 of the first 12. And now 10 of the last 18 from Tatum as the Celtics go to their zone.
8-0 run for Boston. Here's Strawther. Strawther, nice blow out of Gonzaga. Had 3 years at Gonzaga. Minutes are up. Scoring is up. Getting a real shot here. With a championship come trade deadline is a major question. Are there enough pieces around him to make another run at a title?
But there are not, in my opinion. I mean, they are so dependent on him and as Porzingis. They just don't have enough, and they've elected not to. And he's a great win.
Part of that young talent decided to go with this youth movement. Here is Tatum, comes up short. Westbrook runs it down. Denver running now, and Pritchard with the steal. Back comes Boston. Tatum, nothing there. Will reset it and poked away from behind. Tatum guarded by Westbrook. And Westbrook.
It's usually because you got hit on the arm.
Watson gets the Tatum assignment. Tatum and Watson.
Watson rose up the ranks.
I was just going to say,
it's worth
we're
noting.
very lucky that I'm here and not Reggie, or we'd be on 10 minutes of UCLA Bruins.
Strawther misses the three. You see Porzingis back on the floor. And Porzingis goes to work right away. Turnover. Well, Russell Westbrook has certainly had a great impact here with the Nuggets. Michael Malone raves about him. What he's been able to do, he's given him a an extra piece, especially coming off the bench early. We'll see what happens with Denver, too, and they get Aaron Gordon back, Coach. That's a monster piece that should be back soon, maybe even by the weekend. Lauren's going to have more on Gordon later in the broadcast, but there's a reason why some of their numbers have slipped as Porzingis first quarter points.
Yeah, and with Aaron Gordon, he's their best and their most versatile defender. And the Nuggets, a team that struggle at the defensive end of the floor anyway, to not have Aaron Gordon has been very difficult. But they've hung in there, and a lot of it is because of this guy. Russell Westbrook's done a great job as a starter in his place. 7
straight start for Westbrook. Misses at the end of the clock. Celtics can get up the last shot. Tatum drives, cups it, kicks it, and Pritchard couldn't handle the pass. Right, Stan, everything changes when you don't have to match up against Nikola Jokic, but the Nuggets did come out, hit 5 threes in that first quarter. They are down 12. Porzingis and Tatum outscoring the Nuggets. Those two players outscoring the Nuggets in the first quarter. Second chance opportunity. Murray comes up short. And a third chance now. DeAndre Jordan's first minutes on the floor. He'll have to pick up some minutes tonight, minus Jokic. Strother, little floater is short. Porzingis with a rebound.
It's a great effort, though, by Denver on that end to get extra opportunities.
Up top, Cornette. And Cornette able to put it down.
Great offensive rebounder, one of the best per minute in the league. Outstanding rim protector. And makes the most of every opportunity he gets.
Watson in the corner for 3. That one free throws.
Well, Peyton Watson came in only 4 for 20 from 3 in the 10 previous games, so good for him to see one go in.
Only 22 years of age. He has got a handful trying to match. 16 now from the line already. 6 of 10 shooting. That's his first miss. Stan was thinking about his successful free throw night. And now Porzingis with a steal. Boston by 12. Hauser lets it fly. Hauser, what Denver is going through right now.
Well, we've always admired Michael Malone's honesty, and he was being honest there. Not only is he praying, his mom, Maureen, one of the great all-time coaches' wives, I guarantee.
Player of the week in the West.
And off the floor. So when he's on the floor, grayed out as one of the worst teams in this league. That's the value of Nikola Jokic.
It's a drastic number. It is the most drastic number. And Jokic having another MVP kind of season. He and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the top 2 in that category right now. Watson gets the steal. There's the off numbers for Jokic, and they're dealing with Jokic off the court by the weekend.
Well, my brother is sitting in his hotel room in Denver, and so he thinks that Jokic and Aaron Gordon should take another night off tomorrow night when the Clippers are in town. Just looking out for their welfare.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Jeff now coaching with the Clippers, and they're in here tomorrow in the back-to-back for the Nuggets. That's nice of Jeff to look out for everyone.
Oh, yeah. He just cares about everyone's welfare.
You know, you got to protect the players. Jabara, their title defense, is fully on. A great start to the year at 19-4, but 7-6 in their last 13. That bullseye is squarely on their backs.
Yeah, I talked to Peyton Pritchard about it this morning. He said, I thought we've done a good job so far handling the pressure. We've had lapses, but we take it as a learning process, learning from the failures, continuing to grow and stay hungry. And Kristaps Porzingis echoed that as well. He said, we know people are going to come after us, but Joe Mazzulla is doing a phenomenal job alongside the coaching staff, preparing us, getting us in that hungry mindset that we need to keep hunting and stay hungry all season 3-2.
With the 3rd best record, but they've done it. And not just last year. They've made deep playoff runs really ever since Tatum and Brown were together. They know what it takes. In my mind, they're still the team to beat.
Finally breaking through in year 7 for those two. Imish Queta stopped an 8-0 Denver run. Queta getting some minutes here in the second quarter. Looked like Watson got a hand on that ball. Give him a block there. Incredible effort by Watson. No look from Russ.
Every to change or block Pritchard's shot and then turn around and run the other way. That's what they want to see out of Peyton Watson.
Joe Mazzulla getting time for Cornette and Queta here in this first half. Jaylen Brown misses with
leading the league in fast break points, only 3 tonight so far. but averaging 20 a game.
10-2 run here for Denver after the Michael Malone timeout. And they've cut it to 7. Boston's biggest lead was 15. Late clock. Strother's got to get one up. Contested 3 is good.
Well, that's great for Strother. He's made 2 of them now. Came in over the last 5 games, only 5 for 23 from 3. They really need, he's a guy who could add to their three-point shooting. They know he has it in him. He just needs to find that consistency shooting the ball.
Kata with a miss inside. Brown the rebound. Brown wants to push. Denver loves to run. And it's on Saturday.
Well, what we see now, Denver with 7 turnovers. Boston, just over the last 5 games now, they used to be switching all the time. They used to focus on taking away threes, and they never forced a lot of turnovers. They were
It's an official regular season game, so their winning streak at 15. A great matchup tomorrow against Cleveland. Top 2 teams in each conference. Porter Jr. back on the floor for Denver. Puts up a tough shot. The dynamic up
on the screen. Boston from the three-point line, and Boston dominating in the paint.
I mean, we didn't know in your defense that Jokic wasn't going to play. But they have flipped the script. Tatum in the corner for 3. Horford tips it out. Brown able to recover it. Another chance here for Boston as we go under 5 minutes in this second quarter. Kata gets inside.
He's gotten the opportunity, much like Cornette has been outstanding for the Celtics. Great on the offensive glass, active, and probably their most physical big guy.
Developing Kata. Cornette, about these two especially, Cornette and Kata. We've seen them both here in the first half.
Yeah, I still think when you get to the really big games that Joe Mazzulla has more confidence in Cornette because he has more experience. But I think they love Kata's potential, and Joe Mazzulla tries to give him minutes so that he can develop.
Kata just had a nice deflection there, forced the turnover. Denver with 9 turnovers, and now Kata going to work inside. He scored defensively.
Well, and Boston comes in forcing among the fewest turnovers in the league. But again, Joe Mazzulla has recently made the change to try to force more turnovers. When the ball gets dribbled, they help earlier and look to deflect passes. As Murray
from his shorts. Kata has scored 8 of the last 10. Brown blocked from behind by Watson. The second block for Watson. Brown able to run it down. Porter Jr. now guarded by Tatum.
Well, both of those Watson blocks were recoveries to get himself back in the play. Michael Malone and the Nuggets coaching staff have to be very happy with Peyton Watson.
Shot clock down to 3. Murray, patient, scores.
Denver needs the rest of the year, even when Jokic comes back. We know he's capable. We've seen it in the playoffs.
Tatum, turn around. No, Jordan, the rebound. I'll never forget that Murray 50-piece he put up in the bubble in Orlando in 2020. Big part of that championship run. Huge scoring threat alongside Jokic. Murray with 13 first-half points. Late clock once again. Murray with the left hand. Got it to go.
Left-handed off the wrong foot.
Got it within 2. Holiday.
Now, over the last 9 games, 50% from 3. But, and we pointed it out earlier, doing a lot of other things to help this team. Career-high rebounds, career-high assists. Very good defender.
Watson taking on Porzingis, can't get it. Porzingis redirected his path, and now Brown runs it down. Jaylen Brown shaking and baking, pulls it back. Porzingis drives, mid-range, short.
Porzingis upset with himself for missing that one.
That was Porzingis' first field goal attempt this quarter. Porter lets him go.
In this league, one of the reasons that they...
And Porter getting out of hand quickly. Tatum guarded by Murray. By Watson. Watson. Westbrook with a head of steam. Westbrook lays it in. Game, back come the Celtics. Brown. And
He's been telling us before the game, Brian, that he has talked to Peyton Watson.
Impressively, Denver is hanging in there with the world champs without their star. Murray and Saric, a little two-man game here, and Saric inside, nice pass. Watson for three, got it.
And you have to do it by committee. Denver has 5 guys in double figures.
Holiday took a long three, going for the 2-for-1, and now Denver has a chance to grab the lead here. Listen to this crowd appreciating this effort. Westbrook, 2 to shoot. Deflected and a turnover. Gotta go. Porzingis checks the clock. Porzingis makes the pass.